Hello, good day. So happy to have you with me today. We are on Module 1, Words That Matter, studying Microsoft Word, and today we'll be writing a personal letter. We're going to learn how to write and format a personal letter using Microsoft Word, using skills such as paragraph structure, text alignment, and inserting the date, greeting, and closing. There are two downloadable resources for you today. One is a personal letter template that you can use to kind of fill in the blank as we go. The other one is the MS Word Lesson Writing Personal Letter Instructions. This course is independent and not affiliated with Microsoft Word. You can pause your screen to read the disclaimer. We are not official Microsoft Corporation. So this is the MS Lesson Writing Personal Letter student resource that you could download, just showing the objective that we already discussed, the instructions to open a new Microsoft Word document, or you could use the template that's downloadable. Your biggest decision is who to write the personal letter to. You can write it to a distant family member, a grandparent, uncle. You could write it to a friend that you haven't seen, a teacher, a fictional character. You could write it to Iron Man or Superman. You could write it to Abraham Lincoln. It's your choice. We're going to include your name, address, and date, a greeting, 3 paragraphs, which include an introductory paragraph, a body paragraph, and a closing paragraph. It can be more if you'd like, but a minimum of 3. And then a closing, and your name typed underneath the closing. Use left alignment for the body of the letter, and format your text with a clear, readable font, size 12. And don't forget to save your work. Again, some creative ideas. Someone you could write to someone who has helped you, who lives far away, tell them what you've been up to. You could write a letter to your future self about your dreams and goals, or a former self. This will be graded, making sure that all 5 parts of the personal letter are present, including 3 paragraphs, formatted correctly, professional and clean, shows effort, thoughtfulness, and creativity, and the file saved correctly. Creative challenge, if you want, you could add a small image or a drawing to decorate your letter. You could use word art or a colored border to personalize your letter. All right. With that being said, I'm going to show you the template. If I pull this up, there we go. So what you can do is you can left click on File and start a blank document, or you can download this template and fill it in as we go. It's completely up to you. Right? Either way, if you're starting from scratch or you're filling in the blanks, we're going to put our name at the top. You can go ahead and follow along with me. I have the street address here. For the city, if you're using the template, we can left click twice real quick. Click, click. On the city, it highlights the whole word, and then you can type in your city. Same with state, left click twice, click, click, and you can type in the state. Use the 2-letter abbreviation, both capitalized. Then we're going to highlight the 2-word zip code and type in your zip code. You can put your email address in here if you'd like, completely optional. Just depending on who you're writing it to, if you want them to know your email address or you want them maybe to be able to email you back. And you could also put your phone number. If it's a friend you haven't talked to a long time and they don't know your phone number, because you didn't have a phone number back when you talked to them, go ahead and put your phone number in there. And then today's date. I'm just going to put an imaginary date in. And then we're ready. So I'm writing my letter to a teacher, my old favorite teacher, okay? So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to put in his name, Mr. Thompson. We're going to start our letter here. So 3 paragraphs, an introductory paragraph. It should set a clear purpose and focus, typically relating to a specific topic or idea why you're writing, okay? So I've already have a paragraph written. I'm going to copy it from my other document and paste it so you don't have to sit here and watch me type. The second paragraph is called the body of the letter. So it should consist of at least 1 paragraph up to 3 paragraphs. It should support the main topics that you discussed in the first paragraph. I'm also going to copy and paste. The last paragraph is called the closing paragraph. It's the final paragraph, should be summarizing the main point of the letter, offer a closing thought, and then maybe you're asking them to write back or send you something. That is done in the final paragraph. Copy and paste. All right. Then we're going to make a space down here for our closing. Also, to get here, this is called an indentation, okay? So if we're indenting, we don't have a double space in between paragraphs. So we're indenting. If yours is not doing that, so I just pushed backspace right there, push tab. Sometimes, if you're having trouble with this, sometimes what can happen is this paragraph up here, line and spacing options. This needs to be indentation, none, so it lets you maneuver it. If it's first line or hanging, sometimes that can mess up and you might be having difficulties. So just make sure that's none. Click OK. So if you wanted just hitting the tab button, okay. You put a closing in here, sincerely. If you're writing, a family member or your grandparent, you could put love, comma, and then put your name. Leave 3 to 4 spaces in here. Type your name. And if it's like your grandmother or something, you can just put your first name. If it's Abraham Lincoln, that's maybe your first and last name. And we're going to learn in a future lesson how to put your signature in here, okay? Refer back to the instructions to make sure you did yours correctly. I'm going to touch on one thing here, well, a few things. One thing we can adjust this. If we highlighted this, if we wanted, you can have it on the far left, or if you liked it, you could move it over here to the far right. It's kind of a preference, okay? It's up to you. And then one of the creative options was to put a border around it. Since it's a personal letter, we can do things like that. We wouldn't do that to a formal letter. But if you guys remember how to do border, we do insert, left tab, insert. Oh, design. Left tab, design. Page borders. Okay, we could do let's try 3D, see if we like that. And try 2 1/4, say okay. All right, and let's say I'm writing this to my grandmother and Mr. Thompson, maybe Mr. Thompson had a goldfish in class that I really liked. So I'm going to put insert pictures from online pictures. Guess what I'm gonna type in? I'm gonna type in goldfish. Be like an inside joke. Okay, it's a little too big for us. We want to make it smaller. And we put it in front of the text right here. So it's not going to affect the text. And I don't know if this will let us crop out. Let's see, maybe it won't, maybe it won't. No, it's not gonna let us crop that. But I can erase this. Just highlighted it. There we go. You can do something like that. All right. Man, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I look forward to seeing you at the next lesson.